And we're back. Welcome to the next Castle Combe Karting Championship video. I missed the last round, but I'm back now in August. Haven't karted for 3 months, so just using practice here to go out, just get used to the circuit again. And also, I know where I wanted to improve from last time, so I just want to see if I can do that as well. It's only 5 karts at a time in practice, so a bit of space. It wasn't too much that went on in practice, so let's just head straight to the races. So lining up for heat number 1, I'm starting in 3rd place. The driver who's starting in 2nd, it's the first time they're racing this year, so maybe they're not very good. Maybe I can try and find an overtake on them, but we'll see as we go on. But yeah, starting 3rd place, managed to hold that at the start. Very pleased with that. Coming up to the top corner, I'm thinking I can overtake this person. Just go up the inside. Come from a bit far back, but fortunately I'm given some space. Got some good racing there from the driver ahead, and we don't make contact. But now I've dropped back a bit from the top 2. You can see coming through onto the next lap, make a bit of a mistake right at the start of the lap there, and they pulled well clear. Unfortunately on this lap, they battle a bit, and I set one of my best laps the entire day on this lap. So I've closed in again, but then, yeah, oh bother indeed. I've made a bit of a mistake, and it just means at the end of the race, I'm too far back, and yeah, a bit disappointed.
This is going to be a difficult race.
Yeah, the reason I'm saying that is I know I've got a lot of quick drivers through the rest of the day, including the 2 on my inside there. I get squeezed into the wall a bit, wasn't happy about that at the start. Let's see what I can do, right around the outside, bit of contact, and then the driver comes across on me a bit as well, not giving me any space. Wasn't happy, so I certainly wasn't lifting off. Down, now I've got a nice gap behind me, and don't need to worry about defending. But I know the driver ahead and the driver behind. In theory, they should be quicker, but let's see about that. In fact, the driver ahead makes a mistake, now I'm right on his tail. Let's see what we can do. Got 4 laps to try and make an overtake, or at the very least not be overtaken. And makes a bit of a mistake there again at turn 1, but can't really capitalise. Coming through the hairpin, the chicane even just there. Good run. See the gap on the inside, down the inside. Really good move, but unfortunately I just have to stop on the apex to avoid contact, and I just can't get the run out. So he's managed to go right around the outside again. Then the driver behind actually makes a bit of contact with me because he got a really good run through there. I defend a bit into turn 1, but then I realise actually I don't want to defend. So I go back to the outside again, and I get a really good run, able to close on the leader again. But this time, that's when he realises he needs to defend. So I go right around the outside, and I get a really good run off the corner, all the way to the wall. But now I'm right at the outside, need to try and get back in line, and I barge my way back through, leave a bit of space, but I'm ahead, fortunately, and I'm able to hold on to that 2nd place. The leader's now well up the road. Even though I am quicker, you can see as I close in through the remainder of the last 2 laps, but it's just a bit too much to close in, and yeah, unfortunately I just have to settle for 2nd place. It did mean I was able to set a really quick lap near the end of the race, and that proved really good for me come the end. Yeah, that I wasn't so much disappointed, but I knew I could have won that. But after that race, I was just buzzing. That was such a great race. Now here's my pole position start, and I get a great start. I'm able to just take the line I want to into the 1st corner. Meanwhile, everyone else is battling behind. I know I have 2 really quick drivers. Fortunately, they start behind me. So let's see if my plan is, let's just settle down, pull as much of a gap as I can. If they close in at the end of the race, then I'll think about defending then. But right now, I just need to get my head down. If I'm going to make mistakes here, then it's going to give everyone else a chance to catch up a lot quicker. See now, lap 3, bit of a look behind. I've definitely been closed in, but don't need to worry about defending on this lap. But now coming onto this 4th lap, this is where I need to worry about. The driver is right on my tail, as you can see. So I take a middle of the road approach and just try to carry as much speed as I can around that corner. And that actually worked out quite nicely. Managed to get a good run out. Didn't have to worry about defending into past the pits. My final lap. Again, driver is quite close, but then I realised, actually, I don't need to defend. Take a nice wide line in. Bit of wide on the apex, but no worries. I'm able to just hold on to the lead. And here we go, another victory.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
Obviously very pleased with that. It's always great to win. But now coming on to the fourth and final heat. I know if I get a good result here, I'll be straight into the A final, but it's going to be difficult to overtake. And lights out and away we go. Driver in second doesn't get a good start. I know I need to try and get past him as soon as possible. Driver in third goes past, and I know I need to go as well. Now 3 wide coming out the corner. Fortunately, driver on the inside backs out, and I just squeeze my way through into third place. That was a very good move, and I was very pleased with that. Now coming on, I can just see that I can be quicker than the top 2. Maybe not necessarily the driver in second, but he's being held up at the moment, and I know I just need to close in on those top 2. Coming now up to the top hairpin. They go side by side now. It's definitely not helping them, and it's just allowing me to close in. Let's see what I can do. I'm going to be showing the whole of this race because this was a really good race, just to be a part of. And coming now, again, get a very good run through that corner, through the chicane. I know I'm very quick through the chicane. Actually bump the driver ahead. I want him to get past so I can follow him through. So I try and go right round the outside, but that was just not the place to go. I should have tried to get the cut back like the driver ahead. In fact, he goes up the inside, and then I try and get the cut back. There's a space there. We go side by side through the chicane, but he just manages to hold ahead. That's all fair racing there. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's just a bit disappointing that I couldn't follow through, so now I need to make the move myself. I haven't got anyone like pushing me to help get past, so unfortunately I go to the inside, then go back to the outside again, but that puts me really wide. And I should have just either committed to the inside or the outside, so now I've dropped back a bit from the driver ahead. And unfortunately that's kind of the race over. I know I am quicker, so I get a good run through here. And as I said, I've still got a gap. And I get another good run through the chicane. But you can't make a move back here. The driver doesn't need to worry about defending. So it's a bit of a mistake from my part on the previous lap. You can see I'm right on his tail now. He makes a bit of a mistake. I get a really good run through this final corner, but that's the checkered flag there. Unfortunately, I have to settle for third place. But that does put me at my best ever qualifying position, 7th place. If I had managed to get past, that would have actually been 4th place, which would have been really good. But I'd also set the 4th fastest lap, so I was just incredibly pleased with my pace this weekend. And yeah, let's jump straight into the final. A final time, starting in 7th place. I'm on the inside, so hopefully I can maybe make some moves as we go along. But now we just wait for everyone to get lined up, looking at that red light, waiting for it to turn green, and we're away. Really good start, very pleased with that. And up the inside immediately. Fortunately, he didn't come across to squeeze me, and I'm able to go up the inside. I make a bit of contact, and then I get hit from the rear as well, but that just lets me keep 7th place. The driver in 8th, gone right round the outside, is now ahead of me. So let's see what I can do. I see a lot of drivers defending the inside, so I try and go wide, but I run a bit too wide myself, and then I get squeezed out. And then, once again, I get squeezed into the wall again, and I've lost position, I've lost momentum. I wasn't happy about that, but at the end of the day, I'm the one making the mistake. I'm the one out of the line. So, that's only on me, really. But now I've closed back in, I'm quicker than this driver. And, yeah, I just want to see if I can make a move. I can see him, sees me right there, so he goes very defensive, gets squeezed into the wall, but no worries. And I take very tight line. That's the exact line I should have taken on lap 1. For some reason he lifts off there. I was a bit confused, but I didn't want to cause an accident, so I had to brake as well. So yeah, coming now, I get a bit of a nudge from behind, gives me a bit of extra momentum. A bit further back than I was on the previous lap, but I get a really good run. He goes defensive into the chicane for some reason, and I get a really good run out, but I just messed that up slightly. I tried to get the cut back really. But now I'm on the outside of the hairpin and I just run slightly wide. 2 drivers go immediately past me. And that was just so disappointing. I made a really like a small mistake. Just drifting a metre or 2 wide and 2 drivers have gone past instantly. So now I'm last. But I know I can battle. The driver in 7th still defending. So let's see if we can benefit from some of these battles. So I take a much better line there. They're actually going side by side through the chicane, and yeah, and I see a little gap on the inside, and I go for it and straight into the wall. That was a stupid move from me. That gap is never going to stay there. You can't get 3 carts wide. Like the track is physically not wide enough, let alone the racing line of how it is. So anyway, nothing much more to do with those final 3 laps. I'm in last place, and that's the checkered flag. That was That was a very disappointing end to the day, especially after the day had been so great. But I realised that it's my mistakes, and I just need to improve for next time. But there you go, final position in 10th overall. If you'd have given me that at the start of the day, I would have been very pleased. And looking at the championship standings, you can see I've jumped into 24th place. I'm aiming for a top 25, and I think that's possible now. I've shown I have really good pace, and I'm looking forward to the next one. So see you out there, guys.